Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Onward VR Master League. My name is NightFiree. I'm here with my co-caster Noman with a 4. How are you, sir?
I am doing great with a 4, Knight. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
I'm excellent, man. I'm excited for our matchup today. It is a top-tier matchup, Globochem versus Animal House. What are your expectations going in today?
Oh man, a bloodbath night. It's gonna be great. I'm excited to see what comes out of this. It's two great teams. Animal House really strong lately, and pretty much always, but particularly this season. A lot of good aggression there, and I'm curious to see how Globo stands up to that aggression today. I think this could be overturning their 8-0. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was just looking at the scoreboards. Globochem is undefeated this season. Animal House is 5-4. You look at their losses, it is against very strong teams. SMC Tactical, G-Men, barely losing to Phoenix. You know, and Phoenix gave Globochem a run for their money. So if you want to draw a comparison there, their score was, I think, 7-12 against Globochem, and Phoenix went 8-6 against Animal House. So there's possibilities in the air. You know what I mean? It's obviously going to be a bit of an underdog story here if Animal House can overcome Globochem, but it's there and doable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the craziest thing we'll have ever seen, and you know, I think that Animal House has that nice combination of slow, methodical play and highly aggressive offenses and even defenses in some cases. And if they can sort of turn that on and keep Globochem on their heels, there's an absolute possibility that we could see an upset.
That is a good point. They're a very fast-paced team. At least this season they have been. They've busted out some very quick strategies, kind of competing with SMC Tactical for one of the fastest series we've had when they were going up against them. And I'm not sure if we have all of the picked bans, but we can glean a little bit of information as to what's to come. Pop into the war room here. Coming out, bans from Globochem. It is going to be Subway, which is, you know, that's a good reminder, I guess, a little segue into the fact that we are on the old patch, version 1.3.x. I'm not sure what version it was at the time, but that means that we don't have any of the new content. We don't have the new Subway, so they're banning old Subway. They're banning the Subway with only 2 entrances on the north and south of the map, and we're not going to be seeing any C4, Molotovs, nothing like that today. This will be a pretty standard 5v5 Onward match.
Yeah, it's a pretty good choice. Although I don't know, I don't always feel good about banning Subway. You know, if the other team picks it, you get bulk advantage. It's not always bad to play it, but I can understand that depending on your luck with which objectives you get, you know, that could go a totally different way. So I suppose not entirely out of order for Globo.
Not sure what the Animal House's ban was, but it does look like we have our map pick coming out. I think that it was, gosh, I didn't see what it was before I came in. I took a mental picture of it and I didn't register. Was it Quarantine or Bazaar?
It is Bazaar.
Okay, excellent. So, pretty exciting stuff. I mean, that's a good start to the series. You know, it'll give us a good feel of what we can expect.
Yeah, it's a perfect mid-range map. You see a lot of different plays on it. You see a lot of utility usage on it. I'm excited to see some shield play from both sides, really. And yeah, I think it's a great starting map for these two guys. Two teams.
Just kind of taking a look at the rosters. We have Green Theft on over on Globochem. We have Otto, Pants, Thunderpilot, Raphael, and Toast. So pretty standard lineup, but no Arsenic there. Gosh, who else are they? What else are they utility? No Mixologist there. Over on Animal House. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say I haven't seen Mix in a little bit of time, but Yeah, it's a pretty standard lineup from what we've seen.
I know he's out there practicing. I did see him online yesterday. But leads us over to Animal House. They have Green Theft Auto, Will o' the Wisp, Joe Mama, Steven 12, and Enacker. No Sleepy there today. At least not this round.
Yeah. Joe Mama is a new pickup for Animal House as well, for those of you who don't know. So this is going to be one of the, I think it's his first game with them. I'm not positive if they played, I think they played an Ember match earlier this week. I don't know if he was in that game as well, but yeah, he's relatively new and adapting to the playstyle well from what I've heard with my conversation with Steven yesterday. And yeah, we'll see how that works out for them this time around.
I think we were able to capture some of his gameplay last series that we cast for Animal House, and it was good. Were we casting that match? We gotta go back and look. No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Me and Buxton. Played on. Yes. Okay. So I remember this because Raider was new for Legionnaires and Joe Mama was new for Animal House, and both the new players were doing quite well. So I do remember Joe performing well going up against the Legionnaires, and they did win that series 9-5. So that new addition has been good for them.
Yeah, let's see if they're able to carry it into this this gauntlet, as it were, with Globochem as well.
And I think we are going to hop into that gauntlet as we dive into round one of map number 1 here, the Globochem vs. Animal House series. We're going to get a coyote objective with a southeast spawn.
Yeah, that southeast spawn is tricky. That's it's the furthest you can get away from the objective, but it does give you great sight lines coming into that southeast courtyard and looking through the windows, trying to get those picks from people crossing.
I think the immediate action is going to be over where Green Theft's rotating. He's going to spot people out very fast or get picked quickly here from that blue room. He's got to keep his eyes drawn over there. The shot's already coming out towards Green. That may give them the information they need that it's east. Yeah, the comm's coming out from Green Theft, and he's focused over onto that east side where there's already been one crossing over.
Got 2 pushing around northeast.
Yeah, we've got Thunderpilot coming up the street here, looking towards Steven's direction. I think he's trying to lock down that west side. Make sure nobody tries to cross and get behind him.
Green Theft with a very nice rotation out of that forward position, manages to avoid some shots. Pants going to be the one trying to advance. A nice nade tossed over into the corner. Isn't going to hit Steven. Man, that was close, though. He almost thread that needle right onto Steven.
Yeah, and that's a spot that everybody checks. That is a common position for this objective and others that involve the Bazaar. And I would have been shocked to not see a grenade come out there.
Yeah, he has his eyes pretty well trained on there, too. Thunderpilot also keeping his eyes there. Nades coming out from Animal House to sort of fend off the approach from the east since they know it's coming from that side. And really, there's no plan for Globochem to flank west or anything like that.
Auto draws first blood on Green Theft in that northeast courtyard. Double tap in to finish the kill, and we're into a 5v4.
Nice start for Globochem. The smokes are going to start to come out here. It opens up the entire east courtyard here for them to sort of capture, but Animal House aren't really playing that. Raphael with a nice frag onto Enacker. Joe's going to have to get that res.
They are coming out for the res right now.
Otto's pushing hard around the corner. He's at the window. He finds one. Enacker with the refrag. Raphael pushing on the backside, catches Willow. Enacker's not ready for this rotation. Oh, he is, though. Catches out those quick shots.
Yeah, great play by Enacker there, getting those refrags. Steven coming in to help as well, but a little bit too late to capture that rush.
3 left on Globo. Ooh, make that 2. Enacker does find a frag. Can't find the last one. Does make it a 1v1, but Toast winning that map for Globo, or winning that round rather for Globochem. They're up 1-0. We're off to a good start, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. That was pretty textbook from what I know about Globo's performances in most games. You saw the early frag come out, and as soon as Green Theft went down in that northeast courtyard, you saw Globo start to push in from that north and that east side together, very coordinated, exactly the type of play I expect to see from them.
Wow, Enacker, 4 kills on that round. Definitely doing some work with that middle position. He did find a lot of frags towards the end.
Yeah, and that's the kind of defense you want on that objective. That's such an easy objective to get capped on in this map, and it's good to see Animal House playing that very tight defense on it. As soon as they got down to 2-3 men, they circled back to the objective. Steven rotated back, and we started to see sort of a coverage on both sides, and it got close. They got down to one member of Globo. They just couldn't quite seal the deal that round.
Reminder, we are on the old build here, version 1.3, so none of that new utility will be coming out, but we still should see some shield play. Definitely expecting to see that maybe later on. I don't know. Globochem might not break out any shield strats if they don't need to.
I wonder is there really any purpose to saving your shield plays when you're on this old build? That's kind of where where I draw the line there, because it's going to be different in the new build.
I don't know. There haven't been very many shield adjustments though. In terms of if you're gonna go, I mean, I guess the utility and the weapons you use does change.
Yeah, and quite broadly.
Yeah, yeah, very true. But the shield, it's I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It's not gonna go away, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. We're gonna see mirrored spawns here as well as Animal House tries to take the same objective. Early smoke coming out from Green Theft into the Bazaar. Not quite doing what I think he wanted it to do, though.
Raph and Thunder have moved into this east courtyard area. Enacker fragging Joe early? He's down in Resible. I'm not sure what happened there. It must have been some sort of visual bug for Enacker is the only thing I can imagine.
Yeah, that would have been very surprising if Globo had run out around that corner that early in the game. Not sure what Joe was thinking there.
Ooh, Thunder, though, does catch Willow. Joe's trying to hit the frag on the corner, but Thunder tucks himself in. Raph with the refrag. A nice nade, doesn't land. Just like that, 2 down for Animal House.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if that team down sort of slowed them up a little bit more than they'd have wanted to have been when they pushed on that east side. They were technically down a man already, and then just getting that res and sort of resetting your position, kind of difficult.
I mean, it's such good play coming out. Well, interesting play coming out from Globochem on defense. They stay in the same positions after sending out some shots, but just tuck in a little bit. And Enacker doesn't notice anybody as he peeked there. Green Theft's looking through the window here. He hears Thunder Pilot's footsteps, so he has some idea, and Thunder calls out to Raph, so Globo's trying to deal with this east situation right now. Oh my gosh, what is happening with Enacker? There has to be, I have to say, I think he's got to be seeing Volk on Marsoc or something, man. There's no way you tag 2 like that.
Yeah, that is extremely surprising at this level of play, to see 2 TKs down like that, and he gets taken down by Pants in the end as well. That's...
Ooh. Raphael almost team killed Pants there. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Pants, loud and proud, is going to start to push out. Steven may be able to catch him here. The blind fire from Pants, just to maybe draw Steven's attention as he rotates back around the other side.
If you're Steven, what do you do here? You know, that's really the question. You lost 4 of your teammates. Well, I suppose we have the answer to that. But what really was the better play there? You know, how quickly can you move? Do you take the chance anyway?
I think North approach is the safest bet there, but obviously 1v5 against Globo is going to be a tough one to run back from. I think this next round is going to be real decisive to this series. If Animal House let Globo sort of run them over, I feel like it'll sort of the Globo is going to ride that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there's something to be said for resetting between rounds, you know, and I think we talked about this in a cast last week where we were talking about the timeouts and using the timeouts, you know, less as a solve a technical issue type of use case to a more, hey guys, you know, we're a little bit behind, our plan isn't working, what can we do to sort of regroup and bring it to them a little bit harder next time.
They definitely need to talk to Enacker and figure out what happened there. 2 team kills.
Yeah, you really pray for visual bug, but I mean, in a situation like this, it's also not entirely uncommon to just have an itchy trigger finger. You know, you're stressed out. So it's a stressful game,
Yeah.
and playing against the likes of Globo can shake you a little bit, you know, and you want to perform well and take your shots whenever you see them, but if you're not careful, you end up with a round like that.
That is a very good point. It does take us right into the 3rd round of this first map. If you just tuned in, you haven't missed too much. Pretty quick ones. I'd say that first round pretty close, come down to a 1v1. That second round, Globochem sort of showing off their dominance. And now we have shield play. Raphael busting out that Marsoc shield.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to go. They're up a little bit. They've got the momentum. They are strong with the shield. We've seen it many, many times, and this is probably a good way to sort of enforce that victory.
Lots of early fire in this middle area. Some shots out from Joe Mama should alert Pants, and he starts kind of aggressively rotating. Has eyes onto him and takes down Joe quickly. Now they're pushing forward aggressively. Everybody moving forward.
Yeah, and it's that blood in the water, right? As soon as one goes down, they know we've got the man advantage. Now's the time to start making the push. And, you know, force one person to make a mistake. You get 2-on-1 situations, and it's easy to win those, even if it's a trade.
An attempted nade out there on Pants from Enacker doesn't land, and now they know he's in there. Thunder Pilot with some shots over towards that south position, and the communication is very on point from Globochem. All these positions being ID'd very quickly.
Yeah, that grenade could have been huge for Enacker, but
Finally
not quite took long enough.
caught Pants there through the wood. The smokes are coming out, though, from Thunder. But I think that's going to slow up Globochem's initial push.
I think what they're doing is buying time. You can see the shield, Raft's shield, and Auto moving up through that south side. I think they're just sort of biding their time and getting into position wherever they can and wait for that offensive.
Well, open up your map and just take a look at the arrows. Nobody covering south here, so the approach is going to completely blindside Animal House. Raphael using that shield to peek up over on that. I mean, that's the strategy we start to see more now. Full standing and using that shield to peek over ledges.
Yeah, very difficult to counter. Very difficult to react quickly when that's happening. And if Green Theft doesn't stay aware, he may be caught out here.
He looked. No, he didn't see him, though. Raph going to toss a nade right out towards Green. Doesn't hit him. Thunder's right on the corner. The coordinated approach from Globochem coming in here. They don't have anybody on the north quite yet.
Yeah, Toast needs to move up here and
Green
find his
Theft still hasn't spotted Raph here. Thunder tagging Steven. Auto tags Enacker, and just like that, it's a 2v4. What's Green Theft going to do? Ooh, almost a team kill. I think that was Thunder shooting out towards Raph. Now the shield shots. Willow, the great frag as Thunder tried to come out there. Auto with the shots out in the corner. Green Theft is in a tough spot. Toast on the backside, catching Willow at the 3v1 here.
And that's a finishing blow from Globochem to finish off that third round. And maybe a little too soon. I think Toast was kind of hoping to go grab himself a quick cap there, but the rest of the team decided to finish it off with the kills and give him that round.
I mean, that would have been a heck of a way to take that first map. They could have done it too. They could have easily kept distracting Green Theft tucked in that corner, or yeah, it was Green Theft tucked in that corner. And they could have just sat him there with Raph sitting there with the shield while the cap goes off from Toast, because there's no way he's going to check his pad or anything. So
Yeah, that was prime position, and that's a communication thing. A lot of teams are good at that. Some teams aren't, and it's hard to say why they didn't go for it. It looked like Toast was making his way towards it, but they decided to finish it there and take the defensive win on this, our first map between Globo and Animal House. Crazy stuff so far. No team kills that round, which was a huge bonus for both sides, although a few shots came out the other way. It looks like whatever discussion they had in their 2 minutes in between rounds worked, and at the very least, it wasn't a cap. Hopefully, we're going to see Animal House turn it around here. I mean, when you're down to an 0-3 like this, even just one round win, whether or not it's a cap, can be a huge boost. And this objective does give the Marsoc team a lot of opportunities from a lot of different angles to try to get that win for them. And they do get the northeast spawn this time around as we jump into this 4th round, which is a pretty good spawn. There's a lot of places you can cross before the defenses can see you. If you use your smokes correctly, they may not see you at all. I'm interested to see what their offense is. Looks like a 3-2 split.
Yeah, it's a must-win for Animal House. They definitely don't want to get shut out here. Some early shots on the east side. That is going to help ID that spawn. We'll see if they rotate accordingly or hold their positions. Pants finds Willow. Some really nice shots through that crack on the wall.
And such an aggressive defense to be pushed out all the way onto this east side. But he manages to get that pick and make it all worth it.
He's rotated around. Enacker has his eyes drawn over there. I don't think he saw Pants peek. A nice smoke comes out. Pants looking here onto the corner. The trade. He is going to be resable. Pants got headshot, though, so a nice trade there for Animal. That's a huge pickup.
Headshot for headshot. Great play by Enacker there. Green Theft's going to get that pickup. Thunder Pilot's not risking the peak just yet.
Yeah, he's going to stay tucked in there. Some more suppressive shots, maybe confirming that kill there.
Meanwhile, on the west here, we've got Joe and Steven moving up. Only Toast watching this angle, and he's kind of tucked in on that western wall. He's not going to be able to see them till they're well across the street. But Otto is watching that cross and will likely radio it in before he even needs to see it.
Look at Toast. He's waiting. As soon as these guys start to cross, he's going to take these. He might even wait for one to come all the way out before he kills anybody, but he'll be able to completely deny Joe and Steven. He actually might peek here, catching Joe completely exposed on the corner if he looks there. Yep, there he goes. Steven maybe with the refrag as Toast crosses out. Nope, Toast finding another through the wood. A good double kill for him. Animal House now in a sticky situation, 2v3. Oh, it looks like they got another kill east.
They did pick up Thunder Pilot as he came out to try to peek on that cross and got caught out by Enacker.
Interesting. Globochem is going to have a little bit of a rotation happening here. Raph trying to almost catch Green Theft through that really tight angle through the window. He does finally peek out and get him at the ice cream truck. That leaves it all up to Enacker, who's been playing real well for Animal House so far, but in a 1v3, I don't know.
Yeah, this is an uphill battle. It's not unwinnable. If you take your time, you come on through that south side, you can get a couple of quick peeks, maybe get Raph out as he sort of rotates around. Yeah, just taking some shots at the ghosts of Animal House on the west side. And if you use your equipment wisely, it's entirely possible to at least bring this down to a 1v1 and get that kill win. Taking his time, trying to figure out which way he wants to come through it, taking it slow. He's got all the time in the world, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Man, when you're in this position, you can't envy anybody when they're 1v anything other than 1, because it's, so much stress. He may not even know. Obviously we have caster vision, but he may not even know if there weren't proper call outs for all the kills, how many are up, and it's so stressful.
Yeah, it is. You can hear the controlled breathing there, trying to make sure that he doesn't let out any audio cues. He may be able to catch 1 or 2 early, but I mean, these guys from Globochem just aren't lending any angles here for Enacker. Raphael, maybe if he peeks.
Yeah, he's kind of rotating, I would say aggressively, but often, and he could get caught out. But I think if Enacker sticks around to try to confirm the kill, Otto is going to capitalize on it. He's sort of ready to pop out that window and grab the kill in. Toast picks up Enacker from that west side, spots him from about a half a map away, and Globochem take the first map, Bazaar 4-0.
Quick look at the KDs. Enacker a nice 6-4 KD, but everyone else pretty much 0-for or 1-for on Animal House. A tough round for them against Globo. I wonder if that was Animal House's pick or Globo's.
Globo is home, so I would venture to guess likely their pick.
Not a surprising performance from Globochem, but a dominating one nonetheless. They take that first map 4-0. Now we go into Animal House's map choice, and I think if they can take the first round, there's potential here, because they did do very well against Globo on that first round in Bazaar. And then I think they got in their own heads.
Yeah, I think those team kills kind of set them back a little bit, slowed them up, and then they got a little bit too cautious. And I mean, you can't discount the fact that some of those shots by Pants and Toast on the east and west sides respectively were very well made.
Man, we go from a somewhat close range map to one of the closest range maps, Suburbia. Our second choice coming from Animal House, which I find interesting. Maybe they find the close quarters, they'll have a better chance. And I wonder if we'll see any subs from either one of the squads here.
So far, it looks like they're keeping the same roster they've had in the last map. What's interesting is Globochem starting Marsoc on this round as well. I believe they started on Marsoc in Bazaar, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they picked into Marsoc on this map. I feel like the Volk advantage isn't quite as prominent on this close quarters, engagement. And actually, maybe they feel a little bit more confident on their attacks here. So, if that's the case, I wonder if Animal House are maybe a little nervous.
Yeah, this objective, though, I will say, is a little bit more Volk favored than some of the rest of the ones. You've got that whole northern backyard to work with. Lane 1 is definitely a tough ingress to make. And if you decide to go for the lane 4 rotation, there's a lot of different corners to check. So it's not the best objective for Globo to have gotten on their first for this map.
That's a good point. And I think the side choice happens before you get a chance to see objectives. So I wonder if that would have had any effect, but I guess we'll find out as we dive into round number 1, map number 2 of this pretty quick series so far. Going into a must-win here for Animal House. They need to get on the board.
Yeah, and we're after listening to them here in their pre-snap defense, they're talking about slowing it up a little bit. So going a little too fast. Try and take their time, which I think is a pretty good strategy.
Take their time as Joe Mama pushes up very aggressively. I wonder if Raph heard those footsteps. He seems to be somewhat aware as he's peeking here. I wonder if he's going to toss a frag, but has the chance, does get it out. Joe goes down. A fantastic toss from Green Theft, though. Gets the shield. The refrag trying to come out. No, a flash. I don't think that's successful. Pants does have his eyes over here. Willow also on the rotation. Willow finds Toast here. Refragged from Thunder. Pants with the revive on Raph, and now it's a 4v3 with a potential res on the corner. Joe Mama still up.
I feel like Joe Mama's going to be setting this one out. That's a very difficult res to get considering Globo's positions, though it doesn't seem like they know that he's down around that corner just yet.
Yeah, I mean, if he lets Thunder and Wrath pass, he can get some comms out before they confirm him. I wonder if they'll confirm him around the corner here. Yeah, Wrath isn't aware of that.
That's the beauty of being deafened by a frag grenade, is sometimes your death is unnoticed by the other team.
Yeah, that is true. He was experiencing the explosion from his own nade and didn't hear the death sounds of Joe. Man, if Joe can... I mean, Joe has perfect vision here. He is biting his tongue. Shots coming out from Pants in that lane, too. Enacker not landing any. A nice frag up and over. Does layer burst Enacker down.
Wow, that was at the limits of what an air burst distance is, I think.
Oh, Steven now caught out in the wood position. Pants dropping back. Steven has to rotate out. Otto might try and catch this rotation. It's just such great teamwork coming out here. Thunder Pilot confirms. Green Theft now on his own. Globochem converging onto objective.
Hands finishing off what he started there, taking Steven down. And we're down to a 4v1. It's all up to Green Theft. And they're all going to be coming out this lane one side, so he's got the possibility to pick one up. He misses Raph. Pants comes around the corner and finishes it off.
Man. Globo coming out looking good. I'm surprised they didn't go cap there, but, you know, that's not their bag. I've almost never seen Globochem cap in a comp. Wow, it just so rarely happens.
I wonder where that is. I wonder why that is. It's an interesting... I mean, you know, sometimes it's just that they're not in the situation where they can do that, and that's understandable. That's where a lot of teams have trouble, is getting to the point where they've sort of locked the objective down away from the defense. And that's, you know, it's not a common scenario that any good defense will ever be in. But there have been times when I've seen teams caught out, you know, rotating heavily or being aggressive on their defense, and Globo has been in positions. And you're right, it's not often that I see Globo caps.
It's happened twice already this series where they could have gone for caps instead, opted for those kills. Maybe not on purpose, but it's just that aggression of the entire team. They're all going for kills. They're not really mind on objective capping per se.
They got the bloodlust night. They got the bloodlust real bad. Yeah, and I think those grenades were top notch. Saw a couple of good ones there. And that one downing Enacker was definitely at the limit of what a grenade should be allowed to do when airburst.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we've had some pretty... I think the explanation there is it's just that's almost a spectating thing, where I think the grenade didn't technically burst there, but we see it bursting there.
Well, one would hope, because otherwise I gotta go practice my grenades.
I mean, airbursts
hope.
are very important, and that is... I mean, that's how you do that. You toss the nade, you airburst it up and over, it explodes out in front of the porch like that. It's just such a good nade. I think Enacker also wasn't under the patio, and so that shrapnel was able to go down onto his head and take him down. Either way, we're into the second round. Globochem pretty forward defensive positions.
It's a great smoke by Green Theft over that center house and over the north house there, landing on the other side, obscuring a little bit of vision, but neither of the members of Globochem affected by it are looking in that direction, and a grenade might catch Pants. No, that's a smoke grenade as well. Okay, that's a little bit better. A little bit better.
What is the angle Pants is holding? He's just waiting for somebody to come out of that lane right there, sitting by the shrubs. Right in between both these smokes. He has perfect line of sight there. I don't know if Green Theft will be ready for that. We'll find out. Oh, he was! Manages to get that headshot for headshot, and we're into a 4v4.
Not enough smokes. That's what I'm going to say about that. More smokes. Got Joe and Enacker pushing up in this lane for Enacker with the team kill again on this lane 4. Wow.
He was black, dude. I looked at him for like 5 seconds.
And he's calling out that he was black, referring to the uniform Volk there. Doesn't seem like he was able to see him correctly. That he was in the shadow of the tree, but
I mean, I don't know if you're seeing that right there, but I was actually seeing Enacker shadowed up by that tree, and he does look dark, so I understand what he's seeing. But I mean, that's what happens. Sometimes when you go into those shadows, the Marsoc uniform gets a little darker. You just have to be able to identify this. You have to check your pad. I mean, there's such easy ways to make sure you don't team kill.
Yeah, not knowing that your teammates around that corner
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absolutely something that should be easily identifiable in many different ways.
Thunder waiting for this push out from Enacker here. I wonder if he'll be ready to be shooting here right on this corner. Thunder backing up just a little bit, maybe not feeling too comfortable. Toast with some good shots out. And the push coming out towards objective. Willow not able to get out past Otto. Enacker confirming shots, and Steven, the last one alive, a 1v4. What's he gonna do?
It's always funny to see this when they're on the other side of the wall from each other. Steven should have heard that and should just turn and fire. I mean, there's really no reason not to at that point. But he chooses to hold his ground, thinking that the defense is going to move up. Yeah, again, what do you do here? You know,
You try and get that kill, but I mean, the chances of you winning out anything else, you're going up against Toast and the rest of Globo, isn't very good. They grab themselves their second round of the map, go up 2-0, and it's been 6 unanswered Globochem points.
There's got to be a break, right? I mean, there's got to be a break in the streak. Animal Houses should be able to find some way of puncturing this defense, whether it's, you know, capitalizing on a frag, throwing out a flash and clearing an area. I mean, there's got to be something that turns the tide for them, right?
I'm not sure what it is. I think it's gonna happen on a defensive round though. So this next Volk defense, where are we going at? What's our next objective as we're coming out here?
Burning house is what we're gonna be looking at.
I don't know. This is I think a hard objective to defend properly.
Yeah, I was just holding my tongue to call you out there. Like, it's not gonna be on any defensive win. This is going to be a tough uphill battle. This objective definitely, like you said, Marsoc favored. But it's also, you know, privy to a lot of strong, fast rushes. And obviously, I would be shocked if we don't see a shield used here by Globo. And it's easy to catch those out sometimes. Sometimes you get a good frag, you come in, and you can sweep up a push. So it's entirely possible. But yeah, it's not without its challenges, that's for sure.
Animal House's KDs are looking a bit better here. 2-2-1-2, you know. They're still in it. They've been finding picks. They haven't been getting completely shut out in these rounds. So I wonder if they can just rally a little bit here on this round. Maybe play aggressive. I'm not sure what the solution is. I feel like this is the situation I always get caught in.
Yeah, this is, it's interesting to me that most of the time in these past 6 rounds, we've seen that the final push is where the bulk of Animal House tends to, you know, meet its maker. So if they can coordinate that a little bit better, maybe save some of their smokes for the actual push, could make something happen.
A lot of pre-fire coming out here. Toast finds Joe Mama. Things quiet down a touch. I'd like to note that in the conversation there before, Animal House was talking. I think we can chalk up most of these team kills on Enacker's end to a bug. It seems like, at least. I don't think Enacker here is really at fault per se, but either way, he's had a couple of team kills that have set his team back. Pants finding Willow. That's that middle house defense gone. Green Theft here, pretty aggressive, and it seems like they're aware. Raph is very much aware. The callouts, Thunder with the amazing peek around the shield.
Yeah, you definitely learn not to turn your back on Globochem pretty quickly, and that's a lesson learned right there. Pants picking up Enacker over by the objective, and we're down to a 5v1.
Now is the time to get the cap out if they're ever going to cap. Steven, the last one alive. Pants trying to get the frag. The smokes are out. The cap should be coming in here. This should be Globochem 4-0. And it is. This is the first time I've seen Globochem in a long time.
They heard us, Knight. They heard us talking about it. They're like, I'll show you not capping it around. And taking that serious. Wow.
Globochem wins 4-0. And that's the series. 8 unanswered points from Globochem. What do you think? Are we going to get a 12-0 series here?
I don't wish that on my worst enemy. It's no matter what team you're playing, whether they're the best in the league or the worst in the league, not being able to put a point on the board, it's so hard to come back from, And it's a Friday. You don't want it to ruin people's Friday. Ease up a little, Globo. Come on.
Yeah, geez, have a heart,
Yeah, but I think I think Animal House does very well on Downfall. Our team has played them on it several times, and they've got very good defenses. I would be shocked if they don't get a defensive win here. But yeah, I mean it's all up to how Globo decides to play this.
We've had very fast rounds. Globochem not wasting any time pushing. As soon as a pick comes out, as soon as an early frag comes out, they are collapsing onto the objective, onto the pushing team. It doesn't matter if they're defending or what. I don't know if that's really a viable strat here on Downfall because it's so big, but I still think we'll see some flanks.
I would be, again, very surprised if we don't. It's sort of like the trademark at this point is to see like a Toast or a Pants rotation, away from where the bulk of the team is going and trying to get those picks when the 3 or 2 members make their initial push. It's a pretty common play that I see all the time, and I'd be shocked if we don't see it here against Animal House on this map. But I'm feeling a 2-4. I'm feeling a 2-4 at least.
Yeah, I think Animal House is going to get on the board here on Downfall. I think you're right. Downfall does lend to the defense a lot more than those other 2 maps that they've played so far. That's for sure. I feel like Bazaar and Suburbia is kind of a toss-up. The Volk advantage, not so much a predominant factor, but on Downfall, yeah, those defensive positions are a little bit tighter. You can form those kill boxes on the objective a bit better. Also, in terms of rosters, we do have the same roster for both squads, and it's going to lead us right into our final match of the series. Globochem, 8 unanswered points. Animal House going on the defensive. Will they put themselves on the board?
Yeah, and I like this objective for defense. You've got a lot of opportunities to, get to little nooks and crannies and sort of pick your corners. Unfortunately for them, Globochem does spawn on the faster of the spawns, getting that east center spawn. And we'll see if they can get any early picks off here.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a Globochem trademark. They go for those real early shots. They tried to catch out that early push from Green Theft as he manages to get up into this very tough to attack position. I'm curious to see how Globochem plan on taking out Green Theft. Otto already finding 1 frag. Pants instantly confirming it.
Raff is pushing the objective with the shield. 2 teammates still watching over his shoulder a little bit. Not moved up yet, but I think that's the right move here. You send the guy who's a lot harder to shoot, and then if he makes it, you follow.
Green Theft with 2 flashes tossed out towards Otto. Raff with the smoke. And his move is coming. They have no defense north. I think he can kind of get onto objective pretty easily here.
I'm curious to know what equipment Enacker and Willow have to try to stop this cap. Usually you see a lot of people with flashbangs and frags given to that person holding that point position.
Enacker does find Pants. Toast with the refrag into that 2-story. Willow gonna have to come up here now. Maybe take up the defensive position on the corner. Yeah, he started to rotate.
We did lose. I think that was Joe on that south side as well. So now the south push is coming in as well, and Green Theft's going to be kind of rotating his head 360 degrees, trying to catch all pushes from all the different angles that they're about to come from. Auto coming down that hill right now.
Raph and Toast. Smokes are out. A fantastic frag from Auto takes out Green Theft. Toast with the shots in the window. No cap for Globo, but a nice early Marsoc round. 9 unanswered points.
Yeah, and that defense was very good. I mean, that's exactly what I expected to see from a defense. I think it was Joe who had been on the south side. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was maybe a little bit too pushed out, not quite as effective in getting those refrags when they pushed on that northwest side. But nothing really crazy about that defense that should have given up that many points. I think it was just a lot of really nice shots. That grenade by Auto into the sandbags in the center there was, I mean, just fantastic. It was nothing but net kind of grenade. That is a very difficult position to be assailed in, as those sandbags. I think it's a relatively new position, right? I mean, we haven't seen it a lot early in the season, and even last season, I don't really remember anybody taking up spots there, but it's kind of seen a pretty big boon lately.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say the last like 3 weeks, people have started to favor this spot just because it has a roof, and ultimately, if you want to toss a nade there, you have to thread the frag between the sandbags and the roof of that awning. So it has good cover, but you know, if all you can get close enough, like Auto did, you can thread the needle, and he tossed a nice frag inside this. You can almost think of it as a room with no walls. Even though it doesn't seem like that, that roof, I think, provides full cover.
Yeah, I believe so as well. And I'd like to, before we jump right into this next round, remind everybody, make your clips, capture the stuff we've got going on here. Stay as active as you can.
Yes, absolutely. We love to see those clips coming out. Toast playing catch here at the start. Raph with some early smokes.
Yeah, we're going to see that south spawn for Animal House, which I think is a great starting position for them. Gives you a lot of time to sort of get up over the hill, get a couple of picks, and move up slowly. That west approach, I think a lot of teams tend to favor it. And Globochem's kind of ready for anything. They're a little bit closer on the objective than Animal House was, but we still do see that sort of far south position by Pants in the dark room. Another really common spot.
Yeah, some nice early smokes there, allowing Globochem to get into positions. I think the smokes they threw, too, were defensive for those early picks. So now they're comfortably tucked in.
I think over here I'm watching Pants and Joe kind of dancing around, and as I say that, Pants finally notices Joe. He's been out in the open there for a good 20 seconds.
Yeah, the east location alerted to. Pants finds Willow on the hill. A nice headshot for him. That's 2 down for Animal House. Just like that, it's a 3v5.
We're seeing the smokes. Not a lot of movement from Globo. The map has stayed pretty much the same. Pants starting to rotate out and come out to that south side pretty aggressively. No one on his team to back him up here.
Sorry.
If Animal House can get this pick on Pants, the round is starting to start turning back in their favor again. They just need to find a way to try to get this pick. Green Theft should be hearing his comms over the smoke.
Pants has got up so aggressive. Green should be able to hear that. You're right. But I don't think Green's saying anything because he doesn't want Pants to be alerted of his location.
And that's probably a smart play because I don't think Pants expects anybody to have come down out of that hill. I think he's relying on his team's call-outs.
Oh, Green rotates. And as he does, Pants decides to peek out. Now Green has no idea Pants is at this portion of the wall.
I think Pants is having a bit of a microphone popping issue, though. Green might know he's in the area.
I don't know. He's looking. He's pushed up. Shots around the corner. Pants pops up, finds one. Doesn't go for Enacker. He might have been able to catch 2 there.
Got a little bit excited there. Pants taking a little bit of cover from that frag, which doesn't quite land.
Oh
Actually
my
makes it inside
gosh.
of the house. I think we're playing basketball here now, folks. He made it inside the stairwell there.
Animal House go up 3-1 in the series, just like that with a 3-pointer.
If only, Knight.
I
If
know.
only.
I know.
And it looks like we're going to see a long rotation from Steven. Try to attack from that north side. Little does he know that the Globochem defense hasn't moved pretty much an inch since the beginning of the game. They've been holding those same angles, just waiting for somebody to try to approach the objective. Enacker, if he wants to be effective, needs to either find Pants out and regroup with Steven, or just go for the regroup and try to get picks long range, and doesn't look like he's going to do either of those things just yet.
Lots of shots out towards him. Thunder finally catching him out. It's all up to Steven. Yeah, the instant.
Toast down Steven. I mean, that's kind of what I expected to happen there. If you split up like that, you don't have the coverage on each other, and comms is a little bit more difficult. It's kind of a, kind of what I would have expected.
10 unanswered points for Globochem in this series so far. They are really proving themselves to be the top dog this season. I think after losing that final match, the finals at OC5, it's lighted a new fire under a team that most people were already afraid of. I think some of the top tier teams see Globochem as beatable now, but I'm seeing them as just a dominating force that they always have been. They're looking so good here going up against Animal House right now.
Yeah, and it's been noticeable when playing just in regular competitive lobbies as well. I see them trying out a lot of different things and kind of paying attention to what either individual players do or what works and what doesn't. There's an interesting little audio tidbit that I picked up while Pants was making his call outs on that south side. Shots were coming out from Globo, and he was paying attention to where those shots were landing to try to get an idea of where the enemy was, because the call out was difficult to make. And it's things like that, those little things that they tend to do, I think, that puts them that step above most other teams.
The next tier of teamwork that you only get by playing so much together, and started to see a lot of the top 10 teams, I'd say, even top 20 teams, really starting to put in a lot of the practice effort. And I think that's what's needed to elevate the skill level to be able to compete against a squad like Globochem, because you need to be in sync. You have to have your whole squad firing on all cylinders, telepathic communication on point. You need it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of these games being cast as well is a nice window into team strategies and team play that I think helps a lot of those lower teams, those sort of starter teams, get better, get good. All right, we're moving into our third round here on Downfall, and we're going to see that south, what do we call that? That's South HQ, I believe, objective. And we're going to see Globo starting in the northeast and make their push downwards. Some shots came out towards Enacker's position. He did call out that he's got at least one on the east side there. Raph moving up with the shield now.
Surprising. I feel like I wouldn't value the shield too much on a long-range map like this, just because you would think the options of getting around it are a bit more diverse, but they almost just use Raph as bait most of the time. They have one sitting behind him, and Raph now pushing forward, shield out, running, not afraid of getting shot while Otto has his back. The strategy they've been using pretty much the whole series to great effect. Enacker is going to have to go up against it. He's having a tough time.
Yeah, I think in this position, you generally want to rotate back. You want to have a teammate who's got your back, and if you're all alone there, he knows there's two enemies on the east side. I think he's
going to give it
finally doing exactly what I said, and that's the right thing to do.
Was there almost another team kill there onto the team killer himself?
I think Green Theft may have been getting a little itchy from all those call-outs.
Oh, well, Animal House is in a situation here. They have had one drop, so Otto seems like he dropped there. The east side losing one member. Animal House now in a 5v4.
This is the one. This is the one where they can put it on the board, Knight. I'm feeling it. And if you want to see a stacked defense, this is a stacked defense. We got 3 members in that south dumpster building position, just waiting to pounce on any unsuspecting member of Globo.
Enacker, Raf right on the corners. Raf not going quite enough. I think Enacker hears this. He's got his eyes kind of drawn over by these rocks. And Raf spots him out. We'll see if the flick shot comes out. No, he drops his gun. Oh, Green Theft does find the long-range shots. Wow, such good support from him right over Enacker's head.
And that's exactly the kind of positioning I was talking about. You never want to be caught out by yourself there. You want to rotate back, make sure teammates, got sight lines on you and can get those clutch kills. It was a great shot by Green.
Thunder over here now. Maybe he'll be able to pick up the shield and work with it, but I don't think he wants that corner hill either.
I wonder if Globo is ready for this stacked defense. I think they're kind of checking every angle that they can, and they're wondering where everybody is. They slowly eliminate each position, and as they do, they move up. Pants finds Will-O-the-Wisp from quite the distance there inside of that south dumpster building.
That's a nice pickup because it enables him now. Enacker doesn't have that Overwatch that he had that saved his life. Toast finds Enacker way over there from that APC. Some good shots from him. That rotation out. Just like that. It's a 3v3. Globochem even the odds.
Pants does take a hit there from Green as he returns fire on that South Marsoc position. Thunder's going to use that time to rotate out to the south, try to get a better line on the actual objective. We're down to just under 2 minutes here.
Green Theft took one round from the hill. He spots the other throwing the smoke. Tries to take out Pants, but Pants ducks that. Thunder might be able to find the kill, or Toast here. They're both looking. Oh, the frag on the corner finds Joe. Toast getting picked up by Green Theft. Some good shots there. Thunder on the rotation picks up Green Theft, and now it's a 2v1. Steven, the only one left alive. Another frag confirming the kill on the corner. Thunder and Pants pushing up. I'm caught in a palm tree. Let me out.
And Steven's been the last one alive a number of times in this series.
I think he's... if I'm not mistaken, this is a trend for Animal House. Steven is almost always the last one alive. I feel like every time I'm casting...
I feel like he needs to share his tidbits with the team, maybe. See if they can get that same performance every time. Because if they can stay alive as long as Steven, I don't think we'd be seeing these 4-0s. He chooses to rotate out behind the objective. Thunder Pilot picks him up from that hill. And Globochem go up 3-0.
We were thinking it might have been the round. It was looking good. They had that 5v3 going for him, but Globochem, Pants, Thunder, and Toast's teamwork just paid off. Now, 11 unanswered points this series. I hate to be the dick, okay, but it's been a pretty dominant performance, They've managed to shut out Animal House all 3 maps so far.
Yeah, and it's not from lack of effort. I think there's been a little bit of coordination issues with Animal House. I think some of the communication may have been falling through a little bit. I obviously don't see them or hear them on comms as much as I hear Globo when I'm flying past. And I think that, if you work on that a little bit, and sort of like what I said in Suburbia, if they sort of save their equipment for that final push and try to get in as tight as they can before they move in, there's a few rounds they could have taken it there. And that round there, it's hard to say exactly what was the turning point, but there are some long-range picks from Globo on that dumpster building objective. People peek in windows when they shouldn't have to peek. Little things like that have sort of been turning the games over to Globo round after round.
We'll see if it keeps falling that way for them as we hop into what could be the final round of the series. Globochem going on the defensive. They have taken 11 points so far. Animal House definitely want to get on the board here this round.
I'll be at 2-story helicopter.
Yeah, and this objective is very difficult to cap on, so I was expecting an offensive kill win here for Animal House, if anything. The defense on this type of objective can be very tight, and Globochem, should be noted, is looking like still playing with 4 players only.
That might be a UI bug for you. I'm seeing 5.
All right, you see, okay.
No, you're right. I am only seeing 4.
Let me see if map refresh fixes it.
Oh, wow, you're so smart.
That's what you don't pay me for.
No, yeah, I see 5.
No,
there's 5.
There's 5. Yeah, there's 5. One doesn't seem to be on the map for some reason. But okay, so we are in a 5v5. Raphael does pick up Enacker as he comes through that valley on the south side.
Thunder with another shot onto Steven. Pants confirming that.
That is a surprising position for Steven to try to take. On that hill, on South Guard. So dangerous. It's so dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Joe also getting out. Aggressive Thunder finding him. Globochem are starting to push. You can see him collapsing over here onto this east side. Looks like a res here, maybe coming out from Willow, so Enacker's up. A 3v5 now. I think Enacker had taken his headset off or something when he died.
Yeah, definitely was not ready to be revived. He's going to be pretty surprised to find himself back in the game, I think.
I mean, these rounds, I've had plenty of them against Globochem. It's just, I don't know how... You have to really be mentally strong. It's a test of a team, for sure. You know, because...
I think it's really important to try to find a way to distance yourself from the the pressure of it, from trying to get that win. It really should never be about unseating a team or going up in standings. It should just be about going out, having a good time, playing with your team, and playing well. And I think some teams struggle with that. Toast picks up Green Theft on his northerly approach there. Willow picking up Raph on the east side as he gets overly aggressive.
Yeah, he was really pushing forward there. Completely out of cover, so he gets punished. We'll see if Thunder can find another one here. Enacker almost in the exact same position that Joe Mama was when he got shot.
That should be your cue not to go in that direction.
Yeah, you see a dead body there. Usually it means you might also have that same fate, but Thunder did rotate out of that position. Some interesting smokes for Willow. Not effective. Pants finds him out. And now all up to Enacker, who was rezzed and is now in a 1v4.
Shots on Pants don't land. Pants looking for it again. Doesn't quite find him yet. Smoke's coming out in that direction. Likely not going to be as effective as he'd like, not blocking that view.
Yeah, Pants is trained on that building, waiting for Enacker to come out that doorway. Oh, he doesn't see him on the corner. Enacker's out. The shots come out from 2 angles. Globochem pick up that final map, take the series 12-0.
Holy cow, Knight. Holy cow with a 12-0. I mean, it's not really what I expected, I gotta say. I really did not think it was going to be that big of a Globo win.
Well, I think if we're going to be... I was going into it optimistic. I was hoping we'd have a tight series. Animal House was looking good on the first few rounds in Bazaar, but, I mean, this is how Globochem have been playing this season. And I think the only real contenders are some of these, like, the top 4 teams. I just feel like Globochem is so strong now that if you're not on your top of the game and you're not in some sort of streak and your team's not feeling good, it's going to be a tough case. You know, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And you know, it's hard to discredit Animal House for the performance that they did, because again, and we say it in every cast, but round scores don't always show the exact performance of a team. You know, most of the time it comes down to like these 20, 30 second, you know, subsections of a match that really swing things in one direction. And there have been a few positions where Globochem was at a disadvantage and they just weren't able to capitalize on it. And you know, it's practice, it's all training, and they'll go back to the drawing board and we'll see a different outcome next time, I hope.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, that puts Globochem 9-0 this season, dude. They're undefeated. They are definitely the team to beat so far. I mean, they always have been, but again, this season, I feel like they lost... Oh, you know what? I think last season, too, they hadn't lost a map until very late. I wonder if they've lost a map here. I'm taking a look at the scores. Yes, they have. Okay, so they've already lost a map, so that's out of the window, but they are still undefeated this season, so maybe not as top as they used to be. Huh. Well, there's cause for alarm, everybody.
Yeah, everybody panic. Everybody panic. Globo's weak. No, that's not true. They're playing great. I mean, you have to give them their bad days, just like you give any other team their bad days. You know, there's some times when it's just you're not feeling it. You're not feeling the game. You're not feeling that particular map. They're still very strong, and coming up against a team like this is a learning experience, if nothing else.
Absolutely, and I think that will be it for us this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. If you did enjoy the cast or you want to get into the league yourself, head on over to vrmasterleague.com/onward, where you can register a team, sign up for the reservists, where you can play for teams if they need a sub. You can see matches and when they're going to be cast and by who. Has all the links to our Discord, the Twitch channel, Twitter. Get all the follows in. Make sure you follow the channel. Make sure you subscribe. No, man, what else, dude? I think that's all of the things.
Do everything. Get in the Onward. Play the new update. Test it out. Let the devs know. Let join the Discord and let everybody else know what you find and what you like and what you don't like. Get excited for the stuff that's coming. Basically just
enjoy Onward.
Keep at it. Yeah, exactly.
And with that, we are signing off. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. My co-caster Noman with a 4. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Good night.